Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen, back in action, live and in living color. It's the 1987 Supermod. I'm Brad Drake, and this is my AWA save. We are back home in Minneapolis. We are at the Sports Pavilion, and we are recording 2 television shows here on this episode. As you can see, the Minnesota Sports Pavilion has already been selected as our venue. Let's go ahead to the main screen here and see what else is going on. The Axe and John Rizzo are doing their protege thing. So is Sergeant Slaughter and Mike Powers, Larry Zbyszko and Mike Tolis, Larry Zbyszko and Van Horn. All right. That is a whole lot of protege action taking place there. All right, let's take a look and see who's absent. Kevin Kelly, of course, Mike Richards. Mike Richards is no longer with us. He's going to go do jobs for the WWF instead, so he can do his own thing. All right, let's take a look. Today in action, we're going to see Wayne Bloom, the Nasty Boys, Russ Francis, Billy Robinson, Steve Regal, Sergeant Slaughter, the Midnight Express, and Jerry Lawler versus Dick Slater in the main event. On All-Star Wrestling this episode, we're going to see Penny Mitchell, Olsonoski and Peterson, Alan West, Nelson Royal, Wahoo McDaniel, Colonel DeBeers, World Television Champion Greg Gagne, and in the main event, the Guerrero brothers are going to meet Oliver and Summers. You know what time it is. I know what time it is. Let's get to booking. Changed it up that time, huh? Did you see that? All right, Championship Wrestling here is first. Al Ringo is going to battle Wayne Bloom. 3 minutes. All right, there's Al Ringo. There's Wayne Bloom. Wayne Bloom is making his way here. He's getting a lot of work in. And hopefully he is improving. I got high hopes for Wayne Bloom. And I think it's later this year, Mike Enos should appear. Reece and Shannon versus the Nasty Boys. And I hate to say it, but Reece and Shannon are going to get the shit kicked out of them by the Nasty Boys. Poor guys. There's Frank Reece. And there is Mickey Shannon. Click over to Tag Team View, and there are the Nasty Boys. We're going to plug them in. Nasties go over here. We'll give the win the knobs. Why not? And the segment is booked. Next, the legendary W.T. Jones is going to face Big Russ Francis. And we put his brother in the game here, Bill Francis. And as I've said before, as I'm working on version 8, we have a couple title reigns for Bill Francis and at least one for Russ as with the Hawaiian, NWA Hawaiian titles. I think the Francis's father, Ed, was a promoter for 50th Big Time Wrestling. And I think he also did later on, I think he was promoting for Peter Maiavia's Polynesian Pacific. So what that means is like the AWA. The AWA had different promoters for different towns. So essentially what that would mean is that they were setting everything up for Vern Gagne. So they would get the buildings, they would get do all the publicity, all the promotion, you know, set up all the radio advertising, stuff like that. That's how that worked. So you would have, and then of course they would get a cut of what was made. So they had promoters in different towns. That's how it worked, and it was the same thing in Hawaii, where Ed Francis served as a promoter. Ed Francis did not own the promotion, but he did serve as a promoter. Apparently he was also a wrestler and held the NWA Hawaii tag title with his son Ed. Or the son Bill, sorry, his name was Ed. I'm testing the limits of my RAM here, of my brain, as I'm booking the card here and also talking to you. So the RAM drive is being tested here in the computer, also known as my brain. All right, Ben Patrick is in the ring here with Steve Regal. Man, does Ben Patrick look exactly like the little person for Game of Thrones. Peter Dinklage, is that his name? What a spot on. Just spot on. All right, Steve Regal gets the win as he continues to heat up in his quest to challenge Nelson Royal for that World Heavyweight title. All right, Sergeant Slaughter is going to get a promo here. It's been a while, so let's check to see. Slaughter, yeah, Slaughter's got a feud going with Iron Sheik. We're going to give him the 5 minutes. I'm just going to have Sergeant Slaughter cuts a promo. Of course, he's going to talk about the Iron Sheik. There's Slaughter, and then he's going to be talking with Larry Nelson, of course. And then the Iron Sheik. I learned recently I was a little bit wrong in my time. Eric Bischoff didn't come on AWA TV until late 88, early 89. So we had him on there a little bit early, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. We are going to rate Slaughter on microphone, and hopefully we don't get the TEW screw job. And Sheiky is off screen. So Sam Villo is going to face Sergeant Slaughter here. A lot of you watching are new to the channel. I know because I see your new subscriptions. And I've been getting a lot of emails, a lot of requests for the mod. We're picking up in popularity, even though our views don't exactly reflect that. If you look at the older videos, we have older videos hitting into the thousands now for views. So, like that, Sam Villo almost got the win. So, for those of you that are new to the channel, we are booking the traditional territory way here for television, which is squash matches and then one, maybe two matches that are competitive that'll usually end with a BS finish anyway. That's because these were touring promotions. So they made their money going town to town on live shows. They didn't make their money off of television. Television was simply a tool to put over the product to get you to buy a ticket when the show came to your town. That's how it worked, folks. All right. Let's double check this here. Midnight Express are only getting 3 minutes here. And let's plug everybody in here. There's Paulie Dangerously. There is Dennis Condrey. There is Randy Rose. And of course, they're doing the promo here with Larry Nelson. And I don't believe we have them in any formal feud. We don't. So they're just going to talk the talk. So Paulie Dangerously is going to be over on microphone. Dennis Condrey is going to be over on selling. We're going to keep Randy Rose unrated. See if that helps with the overall score. And then we're going to book that one out. And let's see who they're wrestling here. Baxter and Luca versus the Midnight Express. So some of you watching this, especially if you're a younger fan, you might be going, what's this guy doing? Why is he booking the shows like this? Well, I'm booking it how it really was to keep it realistic. The game isn't designed for that. And of course, it hurts us in the scores overall to book like this. And you saw in the year end that it hurt us too because they get such low scores from the TV tapings. But it's the real way it was booked. Hey, you know what? I just watched AEW this past week. Hook stole Sean Baxter's hair. Prove me wrong. Hook on AEW has stolen Sean Baxter's hairstyle. If you don't see it, you see it now. All right, there's the Midnight Express. And of course, we're going to give Dennis Condrey the win here. And that one's booked up. Then we got Jerry Lawler is going to hit us with a big promo here. He never disappoints. He's the first one we've ever had hit 100 on a promo. First one I've ever had. Maybe some of you have, but it's the first one I ever had. And there's Larry Nelson, and he's going to be cutting this promo on Bobby Duncombe, of course. So we're going to rate him on microphone. Nelson's not rated. Duncombe's not rated. Duncombe's off screen. That one's booked main event now. 14 minutes. Slater versus Lawler. This should be one hell of a match here, but you just never know with TEW. All right, both our competitors are in. Jerry Lawler is going to win, but he's going to win by DQ. And he's going to win because Dick Slater's cohort, Bobby Duncombe, is going to do a run in here. Keep this feud hot. All right, there it is. 65 minutes. We're maxed out, almost like we planned it that way. Let's go ahead and start the show and see how we do here. Ooh, 15 overall. That one hurts. 29-25, we get a 15 overall. Oh, this one ain't much better with a 23. Oh, a lot of red text of doom here. Oh boy. Oh no, that's three horrible scores in a row. But Russ Francis gets the big win here. Oh man. There we go. Billy Robinson at least gets us a 66 here. Billy Robinson wins over Scotty Wiliams. And 53 for Steve Regal here. Yeah, the usual takeaways here. Short match too. All right, Sergeant Slaughter gets a 73. I was hoping for a lot better, but I guess not. 65 for his match. We're in some trouble here, folks, score-wise. We need business to pick up here. Hey, that's not bad for the Midnight Express. We've gotten a lot worse scores for them. And that's only a 3-minute promo, too. So that's pretty good. Maybe the key is to just keep Randy Rose out of it. All right, their match gets a 57 overall. I'll take that. Randy Rose with a 72 here. Not bad. I'm telling you, look at that hair. Hook stole that look. Totally stole that look. 88 for Jerry Lawler on the mic. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I am happy. Very nice. Let's see how the match does. Look at that. The match gets a 90. It sells the feud. 93 and an 84, 90 overall on Championship Wrestling, which is our premier show. Terrific. Exactly what we were looking for. Big score, big show, terrific. Let's finish up here. Overall, we did an 81. Popularity increase off the board. Well done. Well done. All right. I'm happy. Let's hope this other one doesn't screw the pooch now. We're going to go ahead and change the text here, because as I did the last time, I'll end up booking the wrong one. And this show isn't as solid as the other one, but we'll see what happens. Jenni Garcia and Penny Wiliams are going to kick it off here. Jenni Garcia has done a good job for us as enhancement talent. Penny Mitchell. Did I say Penny Wiliams? I did. Yeah. All right. 3 minutes, obviously. Jenni. Who can I turn to? I know who she's going to turn to. She's going to turn to Penny Mitchell, pinning her shoulders on that mat. Jenni's going to be staring at lights. All right, Penny Mitchell gets the win. I like her. I think she's a good wrestler. Pullins and Stone versus Olsonoski and Peterson is up next here on All Star Wrestling. There is Keith Pullins. There's Tom Rocky Stone. We're going to go ahead and get the win here to DJ Peterson. As I say every time, I really liked DJ Peterson. Rizzo versus West is up next. 3 minutes. And that's Alan West for all of you keeping count. There's John Rizzo. Alan West with the win. Uses that wicked press slam. Blackie Guzman, the worst name in wrestling. He's going to face Nelson Royal here, and I'm pretty sure that these two have crossed paths before. There's Guzman, and there is Nelson Royal, who has done a fantastic job for us as champion. And I don't know why Nelson Royal's got bad. You know what? We don't have him. We don't have that feud. Well, Regal's brand new, that's why. Look at that. Regal versus Royal. That sounds pretty fancy, doesn't it? Maybe that should be the on the marquee for like a British wrestling show. All right, Steve Regal is chasing Nelson Royal for the World Light Heavyweight title. So we'll have a feud established here. Maybe that will help Nelson Royal, as I don't understand why he's got bad momentum. And we're going to consider maybe giving Nelson Royal a manager here too with Don Carson. We'll see. Okay, so we got that feud going. Nelson Royal gets the win here. Very nice. Mike Powers versus Wahoo. And that's Wahoo McDaniel. There's no S on the end of that. If you ever listen to Greg Gagne talk about him, he will always say Wahoo McDaniels. Drives me nuts. Ric Flair used to say it too, but not in recent years. He's got it fixed. I remember watching an AWA show where they actually had his name in text and print on the show as Wahoo McDaniels. I'm thinking to myself, oh man. All right, Wahoo's got a promo here. All right, Wahoo. And Wahoo is in a feud with Wojciechowski. You know what? Let's have him get attacked. Yeah. Wahoo McDaniel gets attacked by Greg Wojciechowski. So that'll help us. What's Wojciechowski really big on here? Technical, star quality, selling. He's not bad on being over. So why don't we do Wojciechowski rated on over? What's Wojciechowski's? He should have a high menace. Yeah. We're going to rate Wojciechowski on menace. And we're going to rate Wahoo on selling. So Wahoo can sell. Cool. That's a nice little action to keep that feud going. And next we have Julio Rodriguez versus Colonel DeBeers. I clicked on angle by accident. There is Rodriguez. Colonel DeBeers. All right, I have a question for any of you that are Spanish-speaking people. And please leave a comment below if you can help me out here. I have a question about the last name of Rodriguez. I've heard many people, now to my understanding with proper Spanish pronunciation, now I'm from the United States, obviously. I have a lot of friends, colleagues, and that are of Mexican descent. And I've always heard the last name Rodriguez pronounced Rodriguez or Rodriguez, but I've heard friends of mine, or I'm sorry, not friends, but people I know that are of Puerto Rican descent that will actually pronounce it Rodriguez. Rodriguez. Which is it? Which is the proper way to pronounce it? Or does it just all depend on culture or whatever? Help me out here, folks. If anybody can answer that one for me, I'd appreciate it, because the way I'm looking at it, the proper pronunciation would be Julio Rodriguez. Let me know. Let me know, everybody. Thank you. In advance, thank you. Colonel DeBeers, either way, Julio Rodriguez is losing here to Colonel DeBeers. DeBeers is going to get the win. And next, we have a Gagne promo where he's going to talk about that World Television title that he just won. And is he in a feud? He is not officially in a feud. So I think Greg Gagne should have good mic skills, because he was good on the mic. And of course, he's got crappy mic skills. So I'll tell you what, we are going to change this up for the sake of the score of our game. And let's take a look at our other storylines going on here. What am I doing? I'm all over the place here, clicking the wrong stuff. Let's take a look at these other storylines here, and let's see who needs attention more than Greg Gagne. We could have Scott Hall talk. We could have Bobby Duncombe talk. We could have Dick Slater talk. You know what? Let's have Dick Slater cut a promo. That's not going to hurt at all. Dick Slater cuts a promo. Okay. And there is Eric Bischoff. And there is Bob Backlund. And we're going to rate Dick Slater on selling. We're going to make sure that Bob Backlund is off screen. And we're booked. All right. So we're just trying something different here, everybody. And we're going to have Medina, Jose Medina, face Greg Gagne for that World Television title. 3 minutes. All right, we're going to plug in the title here. And of course, Greg Gagne is going to get the win. Of course, he can't also be the competitor. There's Larry Hennig. Bam. Done. Curt Hennig is going to cut a promo here on Scott Hall. And yeah, cuts a promo. 6 minutes, which is way too long for any promo, but that's what the game here demands. Took me a long time to learn that too. Curt Hennig, Eric Bischoff, Scott Hall. So we're going to actually have Scott Hall on screen here. And, well, I haven't decided that yet. We may or we may not. Okay, he's got good microphone skills. He's got great star quality. Even better selling. So we're going to have Curt Hennig based on selling. And let's check Scott Hall here. Scott Hall is very good on microphone. Scott Hall is also very good on selling. So why don't we try both of them on selling? And I'm imagining something like this would be one of the ones where Kurt Hennig is doing a promo and he's talking trash about Scott Hall, and then Scott Hall comes out to confront him. That's what I'm imagining this segment is, and we'll see how it goes. All right, the Guerrero brothers and Oliver and Summers in the main event here. And since Oliver and Summers are in a hot feud here, since they're challenging the champions, the champion team, we have to have Oliver and Summers go over here. So we're going to have Rip Oliver get the win, and it's going to be my manager interference. This doesn't hurt the Guerrero brothers at all, and this helps our title contenders here. Like I told you before, even though around the loop, Oliver and Summers are losing to the Midnight Rockers everywhere, it doesn't matter because on television, they look great. So everybody expects them to be a little bit legitimate challenger for the tag title when they come to their town. All right, Penny Mitchell gets the win. We got Red Tex the Doom, 21 overall. This one's a little bit better than I thought it would be. Some Red Tex the Doom going on here, but we get a decent scores for Olsonoski and Peterson. 47 overall. Alan West with an 18. 45 and 14 somehow comes out to 18. Whatever. Red Tex the Doom, not good. Nelson Royal gets a 55, makes another defense of his title. Wahoo McDaniel wins with that tomahawk chop over Mike Powers. 58 overall. And of course, Wahoo's getting penalized for his age, and Mike Powers is pretty much getting penalized for existing. This segment did pretty good here for 3 minutes. Nice. 70 overall. Well done. Colonel DeBeers gets a 60 against Julio Rodriguez. Very good. Rodriguez is showing declining physical ability. Wow. All right, Slater was not at all what I hoped it would get. 65 overall, unfortunately. We need some hope for the next segment and the main. This one only gets a 66, 82, and 24. All right, so I meant the semi-main, the segment before the main, and then the main. We need some help here. We only get a 75. The two hottest guys in the promotion selling out around the country, and we only get a 75. Ah, we got TEW screwed. Well, let's hope this main event does something for us. Otherwise, we're in some trouble on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Main event gets us an 81. Saves us. Thank goodness. Totally saves us here. Excellent. Okay. Phew, is all I can say. We should get an upper 70s for the score overall here. I hope. We get a 74. And we lose popularity. A 74 with an 81 and a 75 in the main and semi. I tell you, I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting really tired of this with TEW. That is BS right there. It's another screw job. All right, with that screw job, folks, that's going to close us out for this episode. Please, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel and see if one show I finally throw my computer out the window. It could happen because they pissed me off that bad enough. So give us a subscribe and see if that ever happens. Go ahead and like this particular episode. And please share it with your friends. We continue to grow every day. Help us and share it more. Also, go to facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. Join us in conversation about the mod. And last but not least, if you would like the mod, version 7 that is, go to braddrake.net, drop me a line, and I'll be more than happy to send you the link to not only the database, but also the picture pack. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow with the next 2 TV shows and more potential TEW screwings. Thank you.